What's going on YouTube? Crypto Matrix here, coming at you in the cryptocurrency stream. And guys, look at this. We had a nice pattern play out overnight, which yielded us some epic profits by morning, guys. I actually just cashed out of my trade. I want to show you guys exactly what was in the pattern, was yielded up to this breakout, and show you exactly what I'm looking for in the patterns, which could yield a new target breakout. And I want to show you guys exactly how to take that trade, whether long or short. And for those of you new to my channel, my gosh, it's just been a wild ride for me. I've just recently gotten monetized. I've been getting accepted to partner programs left and right. I just got accepted to the Femex All-Star program, the Dudex partnership program, Bybit partnership program, Binance partnership. Oh my gosh, it's just moving on. Binance is still in the works actually, but my gosh, it's all just really, it's all happening. It's just really exciting, guys. And in reality, when you're making good percentages like this every single day, you get noticed. It's just that simple. So we have some epic stuff to go over today. I wanted to talk about the Bitcoin price and a few potentials on where we could be heading in the next few months, guys. If that sounds good, be sure to subscribe and like, and I'm going to dive right into the price action. And don't forget about all of my giveaways. And if you're interested in becoming a student, head right over to the website and join the student program. Okay guys, we definitely had some interesting stuff play out over the last few hours, so let's just talk about it. We had a very clear as day inverse head and shoulders, and I'll be very transparent, guys. 2 sessions yesterday with my students, I was literally saying we are preparing for an inverse head and shoulders, and guys, my gosh, the breakout has just been amazing right here, guys. It's just been biblical, and we even had a lot of indications, for instance, patterns within patterns, which yielded up to this target. So let me zoom in and we can talk about those real quick. Okay guys, so we had a lot of stuff leading up to this pattern forming out, and guys, if you're just not understanding patterns within patterns, that is how leverage becomes a reality. It's not the big patterns, it's not the medium patterns. Anyone can do spot trading on that kind of stuff. It's understanding the chains which make this a reality. For instance, the sweet spot entries on the patterns, the indication readings on when to enter, or even the breakout plays, guys. So let's just talk about all the patterns within patterns which yielded to all these movements, okay? So for instance, let's just start at the beginning here, okay? So very tight horizontal triangle. Okay, I'm gonna do all the measurements first. Then we had a wedge right out of it, okay? Then we had an ascending wedge, okay? Many patterns telling us exactly where this price action is going. What's really interesting about all these patterns, guys, is they all tended to break out perfect, except for the horizontal, which could break either way. But for instance, both of these broke out the way they were supposed to. They have a 70% chance of breaking to the downside, ascending wedges, that is. Okay, so now let's do one more measurement here. So we had a nice little W formation here. They measured just like that. Now, we even have a couple that have played out right up here. Okay, my gosh, they're everywhere, guys. They're everywhere. Patterns are screaming. They're jumping out. All right. We're forming one even as we speak. Okay, now this one's kind of interesting because we have 2 high wicks here. So it's interesting to say where this one can start. So for instance, we could either run right through the price action like that. And since we had, like, a lot of people will do this kind of thing. That's not usually right. Usually we'll have more price action movement, and what's going to end up happening is we can end up either moving this out, or it'll end up being true like that. But guys, we have to wait for this to form out a little bit. For instance, the reason this one forms so nicely is all the touches. We need more touches. Okay, right now we just don't have anything to go off of. But let's go over all of the target projections here, which made this a reality. Okay, so just measured the back of the triangle. And I'm going to color coordinate everything for you guys so you can really just see just how simple this is. Easy target hit right there. Next, target measurement, the back of the wedge using wedge theory. And guys, we did punch right through that one, okay? But to be transparent, we were still within this big move out of the previous big symmetrical triangle. So guys, we didn't even come close to that target. So that's really good news, actually. I did not want to see us break this legacy line. And guys, if that happened, we would retest $29,000. And if we broke that, we would easily go into the 20s. So this is a really good sign that we got this bounce and this inverse head and shoulders right out of this. So let's just keep moving. So a nice ascending wedge, okay? Using wedge theory, measured from the back of the wedge to the point of breakout. Perfection. Doesn't get any better than that, guys. It really does not, okay? Measured, next pattern, from the point of resistance to the lowest wick, okay? To the point of breakout. guys, very easily hit. And what's really nice is it would almost give you confirmation that the next breakout is happening. That's the beauty of patterns within patterns. It really shows you which way the price action is going, especially when you combine in all your indication readings with volume. Okay, make sure that you guys are doing that. There's not an indication reading you guys should be doing where you're not combining it with volume. Okay, you must combine with volume to understand the solidification of the move and just how big it will be. And then I suggest you use a measurement of how big the pattern is for its target projection. Okay, let's move right along. Right out of this triangle, symmetrical, to the point of breakout. Easy hit, guys. I mean, I could go over this all day. The beauty of patterns within patterns is in the simplicity. Okay, now this one we punched right through. So we're kind of, like I said, we're waiting for this to form out, and this could be a few different things. We actually have to wait for this to form, okay? And guys, just for transparency, the beauty of Zion is I'm constantly updating. It only takes me a minute to upgrade a chart. And guys, I upload to the charts page all the time, so you guys can have the additive edge in the trading field and make these trades a reality. In the learning process, you don't want to be bogged down by a lack of understanding, frustration, stress. I mean, my gosh, those are just a recipe for disaster. And there's so many reasons why the student program is going so well, guys. It's just an epic environment to grow and learn. And remember, you know, I've been at this for 10, 15 years. My gosh, your process is so expedited compared to how mine was. I mean, you're getting rid of all the trial and error and just making money. And guys, I wanted to really say this to you guys, and I want you to hear this. Any single student, every single student who has been through my program more than 10 hours, hear this, has made over $10,000. There is not a one who has gone over 10 hours and not made that. Guys, I gotta be transparent. That is mind-blowing even for me. All right, new traders in leverage doing that well. I mean, my gosh, guys, that's just wild. So, in all honesty, guys, just if you want to discover your financial freedom, we're doing it. We're doing it every single day. The student program is crushing it, guys, and it's because of strategies like this and simplicity. Simplicity is the key to success, not overwhelming you guys with 100 indicators you'll never use. I honestly use like about 20 pretty regularly. And I have mastered that craft, guys, and that's really all the student program is you guys replicating what I do, you know, and I have got that down to a specific course designated for each of you individually to specifically attend to your needs as you grow through the program. And my gosh, guys, it's just something you have to experience. So if you really want to discover your financial freedom, reach out to me today. And guys, let's go over some of the major support and resistance zones and the trends that we must talk about for key relevance. But guys, just for what we're looking at right now, and by the way, you know, let's just do this measurement as well. Measured from the top of the resistance to the lowest wick of the head. I mean, guys, come on. Look at this. It's beautiful, all right? Like, this is artwork, okay? There is no lie in this. This is art, okay? And it's beautiful because it makes you a lot of money too. So it's really nice. It's really nice, guys. Let's talk about the major support and resistance zones. And if you haven't signed up using my links, you can save up to over $7,000 in bonuses just by using all of these links right here. And be sure to follow me on each of my social platforms. I do crypto-related information that is pertinent, time-sensitive on each platform that you guys just can't miss. Okay, guys, so I know we're a little zoomed out right here, but I have it zoomed out like this so you can just see everything, okay? These are the major resistances, the major supports, the zones, all of the trends that you need to understand. And guys, take a screenshot of this if you need to have it down. This is something you guys need to understand moving forward. So for instance, a lot of people did take some profit up here above the bump trend. And guys, you know, let's be transparent. My entire HODL position is holding. My fast coin, yes, I got out, okay? But even many of my alts, I am still in massive HODL positions, guys. For instance, like Mana, File, some Doge, GTC storage, I did take some profits, okay, up towards the bump trend, and then the remainder at the lead-in trend. And guys, all of these, you know, individual coins have these same kind of statistics going around. That's why I always say Bitcoin really leads the pack, and I do a lot of technical analysis on this recently. For instance, my Electroneum community. Don't worry, guys. I haven't forgotten about you guys. It's just, like I said, once we broke that last form of trend line, we are in for just a sideways movement for some time. When that movement looks like it's going to be ending in the technicals, don't worry. I'll let you guys know. Okay, so don't worry, Electroneum community. I didn't forget about you guys, okay? And this is what we're dealing with right now in simplicity, and let me just really explain this. So for instance, when we pumped up to 42,000 back here in January and then retraced, okay, which was about 30 some percent if I had to guess, yeah, 32%, okay? We're in a very pivotal moment right here, and there's several reasons why. If we break the lead-in trend line, we will easily retest these support zones, without a doubt, okay? If we retest this resistance, that is an extremely good sign. We're gonna have a lot of movements and stuff going on in here, which will kind of tell you which way we're going. But guys, just in simplicity, if we break this lead-in trend line, that is not good, okay? That means we will retest lower supports and go lower. And guys, we will kind of have a motion like this for a while. Okay, I don't think we'll break this trend line though. I think that's kind of like something that we'll never really see again. And I'll be very transparent, guys. If we ever broke below $20,000, I would just be completely surprised. Okay, I do not expect that. And we've talked about the 20% above previous highs as a major point of reference for every single cycle in history. Okay, so the blow off usually retraces to about 20% above the previous peak, okay, every single time actually. So there is a lot of fear that we are mimicking all of the other bull cycle continuation patterns. Specifically in my case, I believe that we are mimicking the second bull cycle where we had two major run-ups and run-offs. So if that happens, we will see those numbers, okay? I am prepared for that, okay? My hodl positions, I will not be selling right now. Even if the coin does go down another 10,000, I don't care. I do not care. Yes, I have more coin. Not more coin, but more money. I'm planning to buy the lower ends. But my hodl position, some of that coin I may never sell. I plan to leave, at least 10 Bitcoin to my family. That could be worth over $10 million by the time I die later in life. Okay, guys, so understand the value of cryptocurrency moving forward. And my gosh, there's literally a science to this and just how to approach it at this point. Yes, we are in uncharted waters, for instance, having pumped up to such high times. But guys, understanding the coin economics and the development of a currency is extremely important to tackling it in the trading field, guys. And that's exactly what I'm looking at, guys. We need to get back above 42,000 to have some breathing room. And to be honest, while we're in this channel, we are still at pressure for lower times. We could go either way, guys. So we have to analyze that on the fly using our technical analysis. And guys, just within simplicity, cross the road, start on the bigger time frames, work your way down to analyze your patterns within patterns, okay, to make those leverage trades a reality, and then be sure to cross back, for instance, go back up to the higher time frames to confirm all of your theory and potential trade opportunity. And guys, that's all the time I have for today. These are pretty wild times. I'm actually really glad we got this big bounce off around 31,000 last night. I literally watched it. I was like, my gosh, I hope we don't go any lower here. And we got some good volume back into the market. It looks like the bulls said, no more. And that's a really good sign, guys. That was a really good bounce to see happen. But guys, just in simplicity, until we put in a higher high, for instance, I'd say passing, 38, 39,000, we're not out of the woods, guys. We could easily bounce a little lower. So just be anticipating that. And that's what I'm actually anticipating. Actually, if we do not get a little higher here, for instance, we're only at around 36.3 right now. We have to keep moving. Okay, otherwise we are putting it in a lower high, and we will continue to move lower, guys. Remember, we are still downtrending. I am still bearish. Okay, we need to get a full-on reversal to change that approach. Okay, guys, so shorting is definitely more prevalent right now. Okay, guys, and my gosh, if you're not making the gains that you feel like you should be, guys, go right over to the website right now. Get signed up, guys. We only have a few spots left for this month, and we're already booking into next month already, guys. It's just something you have to experience if you really want to take the additive edge and try to trade professionally, make it your day job. Guys, I cannot stress enough, the potential you have to make money in this game is astronomical. I always say, unless you're making, 8 figures at your job, this is something you want to explore. And there's a reason we have such a high success rate among the group. We are on to some new formed strategies based off of even old learner material. For instance, people that have come from school are telling me, this is new stuff. Guys, there's a reason for that. It's my theories. It's all my own. I devised it myself. That's why it's so successful. And my gosh, guys, I'm going to continue to be replicating this material for the rest of my life. And I will take as many of you with me as I can. And guys, let's just be real here. The student program is what you want. And let's go even further. I give away all the information for free, but it's also a very hard thing to absorb, even just watching YouTube videos. That's why I try to be so informative. And guys, the reality is, with a one-on-one situation, your absorption rate is really strong, and that's why the success rate is so good, especially compared to like several students that I've met who have come from group settings. It's just not a good place to evolve and grow. Okay, so when you're getting one-on-one attention, it almost guarantees it, and that's why I think we're doing so well, guys. But again, it's just something you guys have to experience for yourself. If you're really interested in discovering your financial freedom, head over to the website, or you can still sign up the old way and email us at bitcoindestar@gmail.com. Be sure to send your transaction ID. That way we can link you up and send you your onboarding email and get you guys into Zion promptly. And guys, that's all the time I have for today. Just remember, if you don't come from a rich family must come from you. And with cryptocurrency, I make it as easy as riding that wave. I am Crypto Matrix. I'll catch you guys later.
Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.